Ever wondered what makes a project manager more than just a taskmaster? Today, we're going to look past the Gantt charts and status reports to uncover the 5 key ways a good PM becomes a truly invaluable part of any team.
You know, when you hear project manager, what comes to mind? Probably someone with a clipboard, juggling schedules and budgets, right? And yeah, that's part of the job, but it's really just the tip of the iceberg. Their real value runs so much deeper.
So what's the secret sauce? What really makes them valuable? It is definitely not about just ticking off boxes on a to-do list. It's their ability to navigate all the messy, complex stuff, to inspire their team, and to connect every single little action back to a meaningful goal.
This sentence. Because we've always done it this way. We've all heard it, right? It's the ultimate progress killer. But here's the thing. A great project manager hears those words and doesn't see a roadblock. They see a challenge, an invitation to find a better way.
And that better way almost always starts in the same place, with the customer. This is the first and honestly the most critical way of PM adds real value. It's about making the customer the absolute center of the universe for that project. It's the foundation for everything else.
Think about it. A project isn't a success just because it got finished. No way. It's a success when it meets the customer's standards, when it actually solves their problem. So a PM's #1 job right out of the gate is to become an expert on what that customer truly needs and expects.
But here's a key thing to remember. The word customer is way broader than you might think. You've got your internal customers, that's people like your boss, your team members, other departments. And then you have your external customers, the clients, the suppliers, the end users. A great PM knows they're serving both.
To really get to the bottom of things, a PM has to dig deeper than just asking, "So what do you want?" They have to focus on the why. They ask questions like these to understand the real problem, the urgency, and what a successful outcome actually looks like. That's where you find the gold.
Okay, so once you have that crystal clear vision of what the customer needs, the focus shifts. Now, it's all about the people who are going to bring that vision to life. This is where the human element becomes everything. Let's be real. A project's biggest asset will always be its team. So a successful PM invests serious time in building a great one. And that's not just about finding people with the right skills. It's about making every single person feel valued, trusted, and totally essential to the mission.
But you can have the most talented team in the world, and they won't get far if they're working in a vacuum. The foundation that holds everything together is communication. And this isn't just some nice-to-have soft skill. It's the operational bedrock that turns a bunch of smart individuals into a cohesive, unstoppable team.
Here's a perfect example. You could have a brilliant graphic designer who creates something absolutely beautiful. But if they don't understand the big picture goal of the campaign, all that incredible work could completely miss the mark. A PM's job is to make sure every person sees exactly how their piece fits into the final puzzle.
All right, so we've got the vision and we've got the team. Now we have to translate all that potential into actual progress. This is where managing the work and, just as importantly, breaking down barriers comes into play.
See, managing the project is so much more than just tracking tasks on a checklist. It's about proactively creating the systems and the workflows that clear the path for the team. It's about removing all that friction so they can focus on doing their best work.
We've all been in this exact situation, right? Your team is ready to go, they're fired up, but they're completely blocked. They're stuck waiting on an answer or an approval from another department, and all that momentum just grinds to a halt.
This is the moment where a project manager becomes absolutely indispensable. They don't just sit back and wait, they step up. They become the team's chief barrier breaker, and they actively get in there and remove any obstacle in the way.
So how do they actually do this? Well, they advocate for the resources the team needs. They're the ones getting on the phone to hunt down that missing answer. They empower the team to come up with new solutions, and they support them when they try new things. In short, they are there to serve the team and clear their path to success.
So when a project manager really masters these skills, their impact grows exponentially. It goes far, far beyond just delivering a project on time. Let's do a quick recap of these key pillars of value.
So here they are, the 5 pillars of PM value. It all starts with a relentless focus on the customer. From there, you build a great team and foster communications so everyone's aligned. Then, you manage the project to keep things moving, and critically, you break down barriers to clear the path. You see how each one builds on the last?
And that brings us to the final question for you. In your own work, which one of these 5 areas could you focus on to create the most value?
Thanks for joining us